Fast Real Estate Services, Doza Real Estate Group. We're about to close tomorrow on a two-family home for our personal portfolio. So we're going to aggressively, like we said, increase the number of units in our portfolio for buy and hold to rent this year, whether that's in a residential or neighborhood retail shopping center. So we're taking the first step. It's already June, halfway through the year. Our goal is to have 10 units by the end of the year. So I've got to continue to find deals. It's really hard to find deals right now in the Cleveland market, but I've been looking really in Cleveland proper and the surrounding suburbs. So I'm going to have to go out to the surrounding counties outside of Cuyahoga County, like Lake, Geauga, Lorain, Medina, Portage, so we're going to be going out there looking for deals because we just have to increase our radius nowadays because pricing is so high. But for this video, I wanted to give a lessons learned, and one of them is we normally use cash and private money or private investors, but I want to start building my relationships with lenders that are out there so that we can leverage that type of money. But one thing I didn't realize with this property, because it wasn't a contract assignment deal, this was a deal that was bought out of probate by the seller, and then they turned around and just sold the property at a higher price, and we basically paid about $30,000 more than what they paid for it. But they had a relationship with the previous owner, and then when the previous owner passed away, they liquidated the real estate assets from that estate. And so to make it easier for the family just went with them, so they obviously got a discount. But the lender, and rightfully so, they need to protect themselves when they look to in the underwriting process, when they do a 3-year look back period on the history of the pricing of the home. They just saw that this house was bought just 3-4 weeks ago for $80,000, and then we're paying close to $120,000 for this property, which, after running the numbers and the rent that we're going to receive, because this is in the Asiatown neighborhood near Campus District, that we know that we're confident that we're going to get the rents that we need. So it'll be cash flowing, which has been difficult to find in Cleveland. But so their criteria then 120% above the last purchase price, which was around $85,000 or something like that. So it increased our down payment costs to bring to the table at closing by almost $20,000. So that was something that luckily we're able to handle. But some people just won't be able to handle a $20,000 hit, especially a few days before closing. So you want to ask those questions prior to with these lenders on what their criteria is when they lend and how they will lend after they do their due diligence. So it's not a bad idea to talk to some of their underwriting people to let them know, okay, if we were to buy this property, what are some of the underwriting guidelines that you follow in due diligence, and then based on that due diligence, what are the effects to the end, to the borrower, if you find, like, for as an example, this house was sold or bought just 4 weeks earlier for significantly less than what we're paying for. Now they will give an exception if you can show that there were improvements made to the magnitude of the increase in price. But in this case, they just got a really good deal because it was a fire sale in a probate estate situation, and we couldn't show that the increase recent price that we're paying for it is justified by improvements. It's just justified because they got a really good steal, and then we're willing to pay that much more for it because we know, because we're with our buy and hold strategy of probably 10 to the next 15 years with this property, that we are going to make money on this. So just some lessons learned. Hopefully you can value from that, and you can give us a call or a text 440-941-3692 if you guys want to reach out and talk about anything real estate.